Hmm. How you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the replay. Welcome to Daily Fuel. My name is Bobby, and I am the host of this group. This group. I really, really love this group. I just have to say that it even that brief time when I wasn't really knowing what I was doing with it, I knew there's something there, and I have figured out what it is. I'm so excited about that. That's not what today's live is about. I'm just really appreciative and happy today. So I see some people joining in. That's good. If you are I'm just going to talk to replay people for a moment. If you're in the replay, hi. What are you doing? Why'd you miss the show? Seriously, what other things did you have to do other than watch the live? You're watching it now, right? So like, why couldn't you do it when it doesn't matter? Anyway, I'm playing around. If you're in the replay, let me know you're here. Put a hashtag. Hashtags are fun, and I see them and I like them. So if you're joining live, you can start saying hello. I'm just gonna say hello to some people here. Hello, good sir. Hello, Crimson. How are you? Nice to see you on the live. Jesse says hello. Hello, Jesse. How you doing? Nice to see you. And thanks for joining us. Hi. How are you? Thanks for the book. That was really nice. I was checking it out today. It's pretty cool. Thank you. And Amy, hello, Bobby, and hello, rest of the universe. Rest of the universe. Wow, that's a I come first and then the rest of the universe. Wow, that's just pretty awesome. So yeah, if you're joining live, you can comment the whole time. I'm going to go through my spiel in just a minute, and then you can comment the whole time. It makes that clicky sound that I like. It gets me excited to know that people are saying things. Then when I'm done with my thing, I'm going to come and I'm going to read all your crap, and we'll have a conversation, and that's usually the funner part of the show. So okay, that's a good amount of time. Let us begin. The courage to be yourself. All right, now, you don't have a choice but to be yourself. You're you. So hooray. I'm me, you're you, we're all ourselves, and we don't really have a choice. It's who we are. But there's a lot of pressure in society, I think, to fit in, to fit in terms of what other people expect of you, to fit in terms of what is appropriate in society as far as looks and appearance, or the job that you have, or your gender identity, right? All of these things, there's so much pressure to fit into either the general society thing or somebody else's mold. They've just made up something, and now it's like this rule that you got to be this. I'll tell you what, social media doesn't really help. I'm not getting into the politics of how this could go down a different rabbit hole there. But the thing I wanted to talk about today was, as artists, we sometimes don't really fit into the rest of the world's model, in terms of like what we should do as a career, or even just being an artist is weird to some people. Unless you can draw, and people are like, oh, that's cool, I can't draw. It's like, but to us, art isn't a talent that we have that we like go back to once in a while. Art is just, it's who we are. It's like our identity. And a lot of times we're trying to live a life with art in the center of it, but we feel like I'm not going to speak for everybody, but some days you can kind of feel like you're missing something. Like it's hard for me to be completely authentic, because when I look at the rest of the world, I don't seem to kind of fit in. And as an example, I just mentioned social media. It's like, it's so easy to look on other people's social media pages and just see that like they're ahead of me in this in terms of this race to success that I've built in my head, or I'm afraid to convey the emotions that I want to through my art or just in my words or anything. I'm afraid to say things because it'll be ridiculed or frowned upon or shunned in some way. So I have to say about that. And the first one is we have to remember that you chose to be you. You chose to be you. And that's a bold statement, and I'm gonna just stand by it. We are spiritual beings on a human adventure. The spiritual being part of us is the eternal part, the part from Source Energy Land that was like, hey, I'm gonna go to Earth and play in that amusement park. Well, guess what? This body that we're wearing, this persona, this everything, this is our amusement park outfit. It's not this shirt, it's the you. You are the amusement park outfit. The human part of you, right? Is these pants fit nice today. You chose it. You chose the outfit. You chose the person. You chose the hair color. You chose the eye color. You chose the personality. You chose the way your voice sounds. You chose everything. And you said, I'm going to go be this one. So if Source is awesome, Source is just freaking amazing, Source is perfect, Source is the universe, all of it, it's everything, there can be nothing negative or wrong with it, it's completely infallibly perfect. And so if Source is that, and you are Source, right? I mean, these are things we don't negate, these aren't things we're arguing about. So the simple logic is Source is perfect, I am Source, therefore I am perfect. And that's that, right? You chose to be you. So that's number one. So it's kind of hard to find the courage to be yourself once you get here. You had it when you were there because there were no things against you. There was nothing that seemed like it was telling you, don't do that. That's terrible. That's lame. That's horrible. That's ugly. That's stupid. That's silly. Nothing in Source Energy Land was saying that. You were just like, I'm going to go be this thing. And everybody went, yeah, and off you went. So courage to be yourself. Courage, it doesn't mean that suddenly you're just like, right, I'm Source and Source is perfect. And so that means I'm perfect. So now I'm not afraid to do this anymore. You're not ever really going to feel not afraid anymore. You're never going to feel all the pressure is off. That there's just nothing to lose. You're never really going to feel that way. Courage isn't the lack of feeling that way. It's not the lack of fear. It's not the lack of worry. It's feeling that and doing it anyway. Just fuck it. I'm doing it anyway. That's what courage is. So number two is that we end up comparing ourselves to other people. This goes back to the social media thing. So now I'm here. I'm in this. I'm in my Bobby suit, and I'm hanging out here. And I was Source, and I was perfect. And I'm like, I'm gonna be that dude. And here I am. I'm here. And now I'm like, oh shit! Look at that guy over there. He's way better off than I am. And this one is doing stuff that I couldn't even imagine doing. And boy, that's what I want my business to be. But I don't know how to get it there. And look at this person. This person seems to wake up in the morning and just rolls out of bed and looks beautifully amazing in some way and just has a pristine, perfect life that is nothing like my life. We end up looking at other people, even each other in this group. We end up looking at other people on social media or that we see in the neighborhood, but especially social media. Social media is really hard on this. And what we're ending up doing is we are taking everything we know about our entire life, not just everything we've already done, but everything that we dream about. We're taking everything, the hopes and the dreams and the past and the future and our perceptions of it and our misconception of it, and we are comparing all of that mess to one photograph on Instagram of a perfect person going like, fuck, why can't I be that? You can't, because that person, I guarantee, is not that either. That's just a picture on a specific day on a beautiful beach when they weren't bloated, right? And they just look amazing and it's perfect. We compare our entire existence to snapshots that other people put out there of their successes. I put out snapshots of my success, and I'm sure to some people I look like I've just got a perfect everything and it's all put together, but I guarantee you it's not. Well, it is, but no, it's not. Seriously, it's not, right? So stop doing that. Stop comparing the entirety of who you are from the beginning of time to the end of time to one photograph of somebody that they posted on a Tuesday on Facebook. It's silly. But we do it, and we are hard on ourselves because we're not living up to what we are imagining that photo represents. That's just one example, but we're constantly comparing ourselves to lots of things that we see that aren't the truth. They're just snapshots. And finally, when you decide to have the courage to be yourself, a funny thing happens. When you actually ease into it, when you do it, you always win. You always win. You can't lose by being yourself. The reason that life is hard some days, and the reason that sometimes you feel like you're not getting anywhere, or you feel like you're on that hamster wheel we talked about last week, or you feel like it's just not happening yet, or whatever you feel, input what you feel there, right? The reason you feel that is because you're not really being 100% authentic. Authentic. There are things that we do that we're trying to still fit the other molds. And it's okay. Don't beat yourself up for this because I think it's kind of built into the game a little bit. We do it by accident and then we realize like, I did it again. You know? Whether it's the goal we're reaching for or the methods that we're using to get there, we end up doing things that really aren't true to ourselves because we're trying to save time or avoid the thing that one's going to say. Or you know what I mean? Like there are things we want to avoid and there are things we want to accomplish. And it seems like it would be easier if we cut some corners on our authenticity. But it's not, and a lot of times, people might say like, oh, well, it's easy for that one to do this because look at him, he's perfect, he's got that. Or it's easy for this one to say that because she's this and she's that. You know, like whatever it is, you know, whether it's skinny or rich or pretty or perfect or whatever, it doesn't matter, right? The things that they are that you feel you're not. We say, well, it's easy for them now to be authentic because they've already got it. They're already there. And my argument is maybe they're already there because they decided to have the courage to be themselves. You have to have the courage and then go and do it. And then you get it. But it's hard to do that when you're not there yet because you feel like you can't do that because you're not there yet. Does that make sense? All right, let's go to the comments and see what you guys have to say about that. I see some comments. I said hello, Bobby and the whole universe. Right? There's a comment. Here's another comment. And hey, how you doing? Ray says you are most welcome. I'm most welcome. Hope to have it ready for the rest of the universe this summer. Good for you. Good for you. Keep going. Comments, click. Oh, okay. I was like, what are you doing? Comments. I didn't understand. I forgot what I said. I like when you comment, it makes the clicky noises. Yeah, I've been hearing them the whole time. Thank you. That's funny. Thanks. Normalization. What did I say? What do I think you mean by that? I know what normalization means. I think you mean that we normalize the way that we compare ourselves to other people. I'm not sure what we're normalizing, but maybe your next comment will explain it. Nathan says, by knowing and being yourself, you are better able to acknowledge things that you do not know well enough. By knowing and being yourself, you are better able to acknowledge things that you do not know well enough. Why do I have to read that again? By knowing and being yourself, Right? Okay, you're being yourself. By being the true, authentic you, you're better able to acknowledge things that you don't know well enough. Okay, so when you are yourself, you're able to look at things and be like, I'm not good enough at that, or I wish to be better at that. And now when you are being true and authentic to yourself, you can look at that a little bit more objectively. Hey, I'd like to be better at that. Okay, great, I'll go work on that. But when you're not being authentic and when you're being hard on yourself and you're doing the comparisons, you're like, I'm not good enough at that. I suck. Is what we say. Right? Is what we say. So, yeah, that good one. I like that. Sorry, my phone just buzzed and it took my brain right out of it. I have the volume turned off, but I forgot I have the vibrator on. Crimson says, I remember when I thought being called an odd bird was bad. But now I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm a freaking peacock. Let me strut my stuff. Yeah, that's the opposite of normalization, right? That's what you meant? That you're a peacock. Peacocks aren't normalized. Where, the other birds all blend in. You got a whole bunch of chickens walking around. But then you got a peacock coming out with the feathers everywhere. Right? That's what you're talking about. Excellent. Good. I like that. Nathan. Hang on, buddy. I need some water before your comments. You've been making me put my thinking cap on lately, trying to decipher your sentence structures. I love how your comments are like some of the most complex comments. I really have to pay attention and listen to what you're thinking. And yet, when you join on, it's like, hey. that's all I get is hey. When you know yourself, you understand what motivates you to resist bad habits and develop good ones. Okay? Yep. You'll have the insight to know which values and goals activate your willpower. Yes. Okay. Willpower, I'm with you. I'm with you on everything except the word willpower. I'm not a big fan of like the idea of willpower. It just makes me think of like white knuckling my way through it and being completely inauthentic, because when you're being authentic, you have the ability to just kind of glide through things. Willpower makes it sound like I'm not good at this, but I'm going to freaking just plow through it anyway. But aside from the choice of that one word, I'm with you 100% on this. You understand what motivates you to resist bad habits and develop good ones. Totally. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? By learning about the aspects of one's own identity can lead to less inner conflict and the ability to say no. The ability to say no is an important thing. It's not really my brain wasn't going there in this topic, but you're really right, because part of the courage to being yourself, I'm talking about saying yes to yourself here, but part about having courage to be yourself might even more so be, you know what, dude? Hang on a second. The ability to say no. I didn't finish my sentence. You're going to be like, wait, might be what? Might be what? What's he talking about? I'm going to write this down because this might be tomorrow's Daily Fuel. The ability to say no. The ability to say no. That's a good one. You know what? I'm gonna save my thoughts on that for tomorrow, because I don't like repeating myself. I don't listen to myself anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's a really good one. That might be, unless I forget, tomorrow's Daily Fuel. Hi, Bobby. How are you? I'm good. That is Mark. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Nice to see you on Daily Fuel. I'm good. Mark, the reason you're a Facebook user instead of Mark, like everybody else, well, nobody else was Mark, but you know what I mean, is because there's a link you got to click for Ecamm. So I forgot to... I was supposed to post the link yesterday and share it with somebody from yesterday's live, and I said I would, and then I didn't do it because I forgot. So if I remember today, I'll tag you in that link so you can do it. It's like you got to click a thing and just give it permission, and then when I'm doing my lives, I can see who you are. I see your name and I have to breathe, so hang on. We are icebergs. Others only see the tip. Yeah, right? We often don't see the rest of ourselves, and we must also remember that we don't see the entirety of others. Yeah, so I'm sure everybody knows what she's talking about, but in case you don't, there's the idea that icebergs, the part of the iceberg that sticks out of the water, is only the tip of the iceberg. It's just 10%. Ice floats in water, even like ice cubes in your water glass, right? Ice floats in water. This is the surface of the water. I know what I'm doing in my brain, but what's he doing with his hands? And you can't even see it anyway. Anyway, so you got the surface of the water, and the ice sits on top, but only a little bit sits on top. The rest of the ice cube, if you ever noticed, is hanging below the surface of the water. Icebergs are the same thing. So you got this gigantic iceberg underneath the water, and just the tip of it, like a little tiny island, sticks up the top. And what she's saying is that we're like icebergs. A lot of what we are is completely hidden from other people. We're only seeing the parts that are sticking up out of the water from other people. But we are comparing what we see sticking up to everything that's us sticking up and that's under the water. And not only that, but plus the crap that we think is under the water that isn't even there, but we make it up and we worry about it and we feel like we're dragging seaweed and other shit, and it's right. Our iceberg is terrible, but look at that person's iceberg. It's like this pristine, white, perfect thing just floating around in the water. We can't see the crap under the water. We can't see it. Good one, Ray. I like that. Nathan says, being who you truly are helps you feel more alive and makes your experience of life larger, fulfilling, and more exciting. Yeah, that's true, I think. You know, it's like the more you are in tune with you, the more fun you have. Of course, I really want to just be doing this. So when you're doing that, life is more fun. Kelly. There she is. Kelly says, hi, Kelly. How you doing? I am reading the 4 Agreements, and this is so on the same page. Going against ourselves or not being authentic out of fear is so damaging and is a hard habit to break. But self-love helps us gain the courage. Self-love is the stuff that gives our inner lion the courage to roar. That's good. Self-love. You know, part about having courage is loving your, thank you, Kelly. Part about having courage is loving yourself enough to take the chance, right? What did I say earlier? Having courage isn't that you don't feel the fear anymore. It's having the fear and doing it anyway. So if you love yourself enough to be like, I am worth taking this chance. I'm going to take the chance. Sometimes you're going to feel like you stumble and fall, and they might laugh, right? Who gives a shit? You know, do you think the peacock is worried that the chicken is laughing at its silly looking feathers? The peacock doesn't give 2 craps, and by the way, it'll probably peck that chicken to death anyway, I think. I don't know. Peacocks might be really nice. I have no idea. But you know what I'm saying, right? I don't think the peacock really cares what the chicken thinks of it, is what I'm saying. And you shouldn't care what other people think of you either. You should care what you think of you, because when we are not being ourselves, what ends up happening? We feel really down and depressed, and we feel like we're letting ourselves down. And that's really the only person whose opinion carries through in your life. I have news for you. Nobody gives a shit what you're doing. Nobody really does. Sorry to tell you, sorry to burst your bubble, but people are just way too wrapped up in their own heads and their own lives and their own struggles to be sitting there thinking like, did you see what so-and-so is doing? Oh my God, that's so weird. I mean, yeah, we gossip. People gossip, right? But that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about they are not spending their lives like analyzing what you're doing and worrying about it and stuff like that. People, but the gossip part is just silly on the surface stuff, and you can ignore all of it. All of it, all of it. It's completely pointless and useless. Amy. People can look perfect, but be in so much mess that you just couldn't live that life if you knew the depths of the mess they were in. Exactly, right? The perfect part on the top of the iceberg, the mess on the bottom, right? Judging causes so much stupid thinking. Being you is a simpler life if you quit the self-judging and the judging of others. That's it. Thank you. I didn't have to say that whole thing I just said. I could have just read Amy's thing. Arting with joy is a great path to follow. Without the judgy stuff, you create in a flow state. Yeah, Nathan's comments have to be read twice, but they're worth the read. They do. Yay, I finally made it to alive. Okay, who is it? It's... Wait, who said so true? Vic... No, yeah, Vic. No, Mark. Did somebody say so true and I missed it? Where am I? I'm glad oh no, I went too far. Sorry, I went too far. Hang on. Oh, Christina. Christina, yay! I finally made it to a live. I scrolled right past it. I can see who it is on my phone. So on Facebook, you're visible. Christina, do me a favor. Click that link again. I really got to do because now there's 3 of you. So I'll try to remember to do it. Yeah, but yay! You finally made it to a live. Happy to see you. Thank you for being here. Crimson, I'm glad I caught this live today. Me too. I needed to hear this message. Good. I needed the reminder to have courage to be the peacock in a room full of chickens. We are all peacocks in rooms full of chickens, by the way. I got news for you. I want to resist the normalization of society, and to do this, I will look at myself with love in the mirror to reflect it back on the world. That's awesome. You got it. That's the message. That was it. So true, says Vic. I already saw it was Vic. Hey, Vic. How you doing, buddy? And Peter. All of it. I missed. Saddy face. That's okay, bud. Watch the replay. Just watch the replay. Anyway, you're the last commenter, so far you've got the booby prize. Nope. Yep. It's you. I'm not a darn chicken. No. That's the funny thing, is that none of us are chickens. Nobody's a chicken. We're all peacocks. And we're all strutting around in our own yards, except a lot of us put on our chicken suits and pretend to be chickens because everybody else has chicken suits on. That made sense in my head. You're awesome you're awesome. I thought they said you're awesome. See, I just see what I want to see. See, I think I'm awesome. So when somebody says something, I just say, oh, I'm awesome. That's not what it says. Your awareness of your own struggles can help you empathize with others. Yeah, sure can. Heard. Okay, I don't know what that means, but you heard me? I don't know. Anyway, Peter, no. I put on my dragon suit. There you go. You're not a chicken. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. This was a lot of fun. This was good. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm glad that some of you got something out of this. I get something out of it all the time. Amy, morning, Donna. Boobying for you. What is Donna here? No. What you said about pretending. Oh, I hear you. What you said about pretending. Yeah, we don't. What did I say about pretending? I don't remember. Probably about like pretending to be. What did I say? I don't know. You know what? Go watch it again. I'm gonna go. I'm hungry. I'm gonna see you guys later. You have a wonderful day. Putting on a chicken costume. Yeah. I got you. All right, buddy. You get the booby prize, Peter. Everybody else go away. I'll talk to you tomorrow. No, Donna's still in bed probably. Okay. Bye, guys. Thanks very much.